Welcome back to the channel, everyone. And if you're new here, you picked a great place to start. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American numismatics as we explore 6 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever made. These aren't just pieces of metal. They're historical artifacts that tell powerful stories about America's past, its artistry, and the moments in time that shaped our nations. The most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar, dated 1951, is the Franklin half-dollar, a coin that holds a special place in American numismatics for both its historical importance and its standout rarity in top-tier condition. While Franklin half-dollars are often considered affordable entry points into classic U.S. silver coinage, the 1951 issue, particularly in proof format and exceptional cameo contrast, rises far above the rest in desirability and market value. Collectors prize this coin because it represents a key moment in mid-20th century U.S. minting, combines a beloved design with limited high-grade survivors, and offers strong demand from both series specialists and investors focused on condition rarity. As a result, the finest examples of the 1951 Franklin half-dollar consistently command premium prices and remain highly sought after today. The historical context of the 1951 Franklin half-dollar adds significantly to its appeal. Introduced in 1948, the Franklin half-dollar marked the first time a non-president who was not a former president, Benjamin Franklin, appeared on a regular-issue U.S. coin. The series ran until 1963 and coincided with a post-war era of economic expansion, rising silver usage, and growing interest in coin collecting across the United States. The 1951 issue was struck at the Philadelphia Mint for both circulation and proof coinage, with proofs produced specifically for collectors at a time when proof mintages were still relatively low by modern standards. This period also reflects a transition in U.S. coinage aesthetics, emphasizing national heritage and symbolism during the early Cold War era. What truly sets the 1951 Franklin half-dollar apart are its unique design and technical qualities, especially in high-grade proof form. The obverse features a bold, right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, notable for its realism and lack of traditional allegorical elements, while the reverse displays the Liberty Bell flanked by a small eagle, added to meet legal requirements for depictions of eagles on U.S. coinage. Struck in 90% silver with a weight of 12.5 grams and a diameter of 30.6 millimeters, the coin has substantial presence and visual balance. In proof examples, particularly those designated cameo or deep cameo, the contrast between frosted devices and mirrored fields elevates the design dramatically, making these coins some of the most visually striking silver proofs of the era. Rarity plays a crucial role in the value of the 1951 Franklin half-dollar, especially when condition is taken into account. While over 13 million business strikes were produced at Philadelphia in 1951, relatively few survive today in pristine, gem uncirculated condition, with strong luster and full bell lines on the reverse. Even more elusive are the 57,500 proof coins struck that year, as many were mishandled, cleaned, or stored improperly over decades. Proof examples with deep cameo contrast are exceptionally rare, since the mint had not yet perfected consistent cameo production, making each surviving example a standout rarity. The combination of low proof mintage and extreme scarcity in top condition drives intense competition among advanced collectors. Market value for the 1951 Franklin half-dollar varies widely based on strike type and grade, but the most expensive examples are undeniably proof coins with cameo designations. A typical circulated example may trade for modest premiums over silver value, while gem uncirculated business strikes with full bell lines can range from several hundred to a few $1,000s depending on grade. Proof 1951 Franklin half-dollars in standard proof condition often sell in the low 4-figure range, but those certified as cameo or deep cameo by major grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command prices from $10,000 to over $25,000, with record-setting examples achieving even higher results at auction. These values are driven by condition rarity, collector competition, and the coin's status as a key proof issue within the Franklin series. For collectors seeking to acquire a 1951 Franklin half-dollar, careful attention to quality and authenticity is essential. High-grade examples should ideally be certified by reputable third-party grading services to ensure accurate grading and market acceptance. Collectors should pay close attention to surface preservation, strike sharpness, and for proofs, the strength of cameo contrast and absence of hairlines. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and inert holders is critical to preserving the coin's value over time. Acquiring such a coin is best done through established dealers, major auction houses, or well-known numismatic communities where provenance and condition can be verified with confidence. In conclusion, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar stands as the most valuable half-dollar of its year, not because of sheer mintage scarcity, but because of its extraordinary appeal in elite condition and proof format. Its historical significance, elegant design, and rarity in cameo-proof form elevate it far beyond a typical mid-century silver coin. For both seasoned numismatists and serious investors, the finest examples represent a compelling blend of history, artistry, and long-term value potential. As demand for classic U.S. silver proofs continues to grow, the 1951 Franklin half-dollar remains a cornerstone piece with enduring appeal and strong prospects for future appreciation. Next up to and the most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar from the year 1952 belongs to the revered Franklin half-dollar series, 1948-1963, a cornerstone of mid-20th century American numismatics. While 1952 Franklin half-dollars are generally available in circulated grades, the coin becomes highly sought after and exceptionally valuable in top-tier uncirculated condition, especially when certified with the coveted full bell lines, FBL, designation or struck as a high-grade proof. Collectors prize the 1952 issue for its classic design, silver content, and the difficulty of locating sharply struck examples. As a result, demand remains strong among both type collectors and series specialists, making this coin an enduring favorite in today's numismatic market. The 1952 Franklin half-dollar was minted during the post-World War II economic expansion, a period when the United States Mint sought to modernize coinage while honoring foundational American ideals. Introduced in 1948, the Franklin half-dollar replaced the Walking Liberty design and marked the first time a non-presidential American figure, Benjamin Franklin, appeared on a regular-issue U.S. coin. The 1952 coins were produced at the Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver D, and San Francisco S mints, with proof struck exclusively in Philadelphia. The reverse features the Liberty Bell, a powerful symbol of American independence, subtly accompanied by a small eagle added to satisfy legal requirements. This historical blend of symbolism and practicality gives the 1952 issue a strong cultural and historical identity within. The obverse of the 1952 Franklin half-dollar displays a dignified right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Sinek, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. The reverse showcases the Liberty Bell in crisp relief, complete with its iconic crack, alongside a small eagle to the right. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 in diameter. What truly distinguishes premium 1952 examples is the sharpness of strike, particularly the horizontal lines at the bottom of the Liberty Bell. Coins with fully separated and uninterrupted lines earn the full bell lines FBL designation, a feature that dramatically elevates both visual appeal and market value. Although overall mintages for 1952 Franklin half dollars were substantial, true rarity emerges in high-grade mint state coins, especially those graded MS66 to MS67 with FBL. The 1952 S issue is notably difficult to find with strong strikes, making FBL examples from San Francisco especially scarce. Proof coins, while more carefully struck, are also rare in top grades such as PR67 or higher, particularly with deep cameo contrast. As with most classic U.S. silver coinage, condition is paramount. Minor abrasions, weak bell lines, or dull luster can significantly reduce desirability and value, while pristine examples command intense competition among collect. In today's market, a circulated 1952 Franklin half dollar may trade primarily for its silver value, but high-grade examples tell a very different story. A 1952 P Franklin half dollar graded MS67 FBL can command $25,000 to $40,000 or more, depending on eye appeal and auction demand. The 1952 S in MS66 FBL condition can reach $15,000 to $30,000, reflecting its strike rarity. Proof 1952 Franklin half dollars graded PR67 often sell in the $4,000 to $8,000 range, with cameo or deep cameo examples achieving even higher prices. These values are supported by major auction results and demonstrate steady long-term appreciation rather than speculative spikes. Collectors seeking a valuable 1952 Franklin half dollar should prioritize certified coins graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC, particularly those with the FBL designation clearly noted on the holder. Careful examination of bell lines, luster, and surface preservation is essential, as minor weaknesses can mean the difference between a 4-figure and 5-figure coin. Proper storage, using inert holders and climate-controlled environments, helps preserve condition and value. Acquiring these coins through established auction houses, respected dealers, or well-known numismatic communities reduces risk and increases the likelihood of securing a genuine, high-quality exa. The 1952 Franklin half dollar stands as one of the most compelling and potentially valuable half dollars of its era, especially in elite grades. Its blend of historical significance, elegant design, silver composition, and condition-based rarity makes it a standout within modern U.S. coin collecting. For both seasoned numismatists and dedicated newcomers, the finest 1952 Franklin half dollars represent not only a tangible link to America's post-war heritage, but also a solid long-term collectible with proven market strength. As demand for high-grade classic silver coins continues, this issue remains a shining example of why quality, history, and artistry matter in numismatics. Next up to and the most expensive and valuable United States half dollar, dated 1954, belongs to the Franklin half dollar series, 1948-1963. A classic silver coin that holds a respected place in American numismatics. While 1954 is not a rare date in circulated grades, the coin becomes highly desirable and exceptionally valuable when found in top-tier condition, especially as a proof strike from the Philadelphia Mint or as a full bell lines, FBL business strike in superb mint state. Collectors prize the 1954 Franklin half dollar for its elegant mid-20th century design, strong silver content, and the difficulty of locating pristine examples with sharp details. Demand remains steady among both type collectors and series specialists, particularly for coins certified by major grading services and preserved at the highest levels of quality. The 1954 Franklin half dollar was minted during the post-World War II economic expansion, a period marked by optimism, industrial growth, and renewed national confidence. Introduced in 1948, the Franklin series honored Benjamin Franklin, one of America's most influential founding fathers, marking the first time a non-president appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The 1954 issues were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, S mint mark. These coins circulated during the Eisenhower era, a time when silver coinage still played a vital role in everyday commerce, just a decade before rising silver prices would remove precious metal from U.S. circulating coins. The design of the 1954 Franklin half-dollar is both refined and symbolic. The obverse features a bold, right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. The reverse depicts the Liberty Bell, complete with its famous crack, alongside a small eagle added to meet statutory requirements. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 in diameter. What makes high-grade examples particularly special is the sharpness of Franklin's hair, and most importantly, the clarity of the horizontal lines at the bottom of the Liberty Bell, known as full bell lines, a key indicator of superior strike quality. Rarity for the 1954 half-dollar almost entirely condition-based. While millions were minted, very few survive in gem condition, especially with full, uninterrupted bell lines. The 1954 S. Franklin half-dollar is notoriously difficult to find with strong strikes, making MS-66 and MS-67 FBL examples genuinely scarce. Proof coins from Philadelphia are more plentiful in lower proof grades, but deep cameo proofs, DCAM, with strong contrast between frosted devices and mirrored fields are rare. As with all Franklin halves, even small marks or weak strikes can significantly reduce desirability, making top-quality specimens highly competitive in the marketplace. Market values for the 1954 Franklin half-dollar vary widely by mint and grade. Circulated examples typically trade close to silver value, while standard mint-state coins range from $40 to $150. However, high-end pieces command substantial premiums. A 1954 S-graded MS-66 FBL can sell for $3,000 to $6,000, with MS-67 examples reaching even higher when available. Proof 1954 half-dollars graded PR-67 Deep Cameo have realized prices in the $4,000 to $8,000 range, depending on eye appeal and contrast. These values are supported by auction results and reflect sustained collector interest in elite-grade Franklin halves. Collectors seeking a valuable 1954 Franklin half-dollar should focus on certified coins graded by PCGS or NGC, as authentication and accurate grading are critical in this series. When evaluating business strikes, prioritize coins with clearly visible full bell lines, minimal contact marks, and strong luster. Proof collectors should look for deep cameo contrast and clean mirrored fields. Proper storage, such as inert holders or certified slabs, is essential to preserve surfaces and prevent tunning damage. Reputable auctions, established coin dealers, and specialized numismatic forums are the safest avenues for acquisition, especially for high-value examples. The 1954 Franklin half-dollar stands as a compelling example of how condition, strike quality, and eye appeal can transform a relatively common date into a highly valuable numismatic treasure. Its historical connection to Benjamin Franklin, classic silver composition, and challenging standards for top-grade preservation make it especially attractive to serious collectors. Whether pursued for its aesthetic beauty, historical significance, or long-term investment potential, the finest 1954 Franklin half-dollars continue to hold strong appeal in modern collecting, rewarding patience, knowledge, and careful selection. Next up to and the most expensive and valuable United States half-dollar dated 1960 is the 1960 Franklin half-dollar proof, particularly examples graded at the very top of the condition scale, such as PR69 or PR69 Deep Cameo, by leading grading services. While millions of half-dollars were struck in 1960, the proof issues stand apart as elite collectibles that represent the pinnacle of quality, craftsmanship, and preservation within the Franklin half-dollar series. Collectors prize this coin not for extreme age or legendary rarity, but for its exceptional condition, mirror-like surfaces, and strong visual contrast, which together create a level of refinement that few mid-20th century coins can match. Its importance in numismatics lies in the fact that it represents the final full year of the Franklin design, before the Kennedy half-dollar replaced it in 1964, making high-grade 1960 proofs especially desirable in today's competitive registry set-driven market. The historical context of the 1960 Franklin half-dollar is rooted in post-war America, a time of economic expansion, technological progress, and renewed national confidence. The Franklin half-dollar series itself was introduced in 1948 to honor Benjamin Franklin, one of the most influential founding fathers, celebrated for his intellect, diplomacy, and contributions to American independence. By 1960, the Franklin half-dollar had become a familiar and respected part of U.S. coinage, circulating widely while also being produced in specially prepared proof form at the Philadelphia Mint. These proof coins were never intended for everyday use. Instead, they were sold directly to collectors as part of annual proof sets, reflecting a growing culture of numismatics among the American public during the late 1950s and early 1960s. What truly elevates the 1960 proof Franklin half-dollar is its design and visual appeal, especially in the highest grades. The obverse features a dignified right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Sinek, with crisp lettering and a smooth, reflective background when fully preserved. The reverse displays the Liberty Bell, complete with its iconic crack, accompanied by a small eagle added to satisfy legal requirements. Struck in 90% silver, the coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter, but in proof condition it takes on an entirely different character. The finest examples exhibit deep, watery mirror fields and frosted design elements that create dramatic cameo or deep cameo contrast, a feature that is both visually stunning and technically difficult to achieve consistently during that era. Rarity in the case of the 1960 Franklin half-dollar is not about low mintage alone, as over 3 million proof coins were produced, but rather about survival in flawless condition. Proof coins are highly sensitive to handling, hairlines, and environmental damage, and only a tiny fraction of the original mintage has survived without imperfections. Coins graded PR69 or PR69 Deep Cameo represent the top tier of preservation, where even microscopic flaws are absent. These elite examples are genuinely rare, with population reports showing only a limited number certified at these levels, making them fiercely contested among advanced collectors seeking perfection for registry sets. Market value for the 1960 proof Franklin half-dollar varies dramatically depending on condition and visual quality. Average proof examples may trade for modest premiums over silver value, but high-grade certified coins tell a very different story. A standard PR67 example may sell for a few $100s, while PR68 coins can reach well into the four-figure range. The most valuable specimens, graded PR69 or PR69 Deep Cameo, have realized prices ranging from approximately $10,000 to over $20,000 at major auctions, depending on eye appeal and demand at the time of sale. These values are driven by collector competition, limited supply at the highest grades, and the enduring popularity of the Franklin half-dollar series as a whole. For collectors interested in acquiring a 1960 Franklin half-dollar, careful attention to quality and authenticity is essential. High-grade examples should always be purchased certified by reputable grading services such as PCGS or NGC to ensure accurate grading and market acceptance. Collectors should look for strong cameo contrast, clean mirrored fields, and the absence of distracting marks or haze. Proper storage is equally important, as even proof coins can deteriorate if exposed to moisture or improper handling. Many collectors prefer to acquire these coins through established dealers or major auction houses, where provenance and condition are clearly documented, rather than through uncertified raw examples. In conclusion, the 1960 proof Franklin half-dollar stands as the most valuable and prestigious half-dollar of its year, not because of age or historical drama, but because of its exceptional quality, artistic beauty, and scarcity in top condition. It represents the refinement of mid-century American coinage and the growing sophistication of numismatic collecting during that period. For both seasoned collectors and serious investors, this coin offers a compelling combination of historical significance, visual elegance, and long-term market appeal, securing its place as a standout issue in modern U.S. numismatics and a worthy centerpiece in any advanced half-dollar collection.